Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so we've got the DC Defenders and the Arlington Renegades here getting ready for kickoff here shortly. DC is going to kick the ball off here. Looks like a windy day out there. You can just see the wind out there very strong. So they're going to have a holder here. So we'll see how that impacts things, especially in the passing game. You just look at that wind out there. And yeah, that is going to be a huge factor in this one. So we're going to get ready here for the kickoff here. Meanwhile, on my end, let me go ahead and get the scoreboard up for us. Kickoff on the way. See if we get a return. Catch it from his own 8-yard line at the 25. Contact at the 31-yard line. He's going to get brought down. So Arlington will take over from their own 31-yard line, and we'll see how they get going in this one today. All right, perfect. Got the scoreboard up and working here. All right, so let's see how they look in their first drive here. Again, Arlington trying to get their first win of the season, led by quarterback Perez. Let's see what he does. So they're going to line up in a shotgun formation here to get things started. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back from their own 31-yard line. Gets the snap, feeds it to the back up the middle, and the back fighting for yards there. I like the effort there. Got an extra 2 yards off of effort alone there. So he picked up 3 yards on the play. Second down coming up. And again, being able to control the clock, control the first down markers, and continue to move the football, that is what's most important. So now we got 2nd and 7 coming up here for Arlington. All right, this time Perez is going to line up under center. They changed the formation, got a fullback in the backfield. Play fake. Actually, oh wow, it wasn't a play fake. They tried to run a end around reverse, but that went the wrong direction. Robertson said, no way are we going to let that happen. That time they tried to get creative early in this one, and it did not pay off. Look, there was nobody on that side to block him, and 87 ran right by him. 87 ran right by him. And so that was just a busted play right there. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 16, and those DC defenders, they're getting after it. And right now they know it's 3rd and long. Let's see if Arlington can convert on this long 3rd down situation. 16 yards to get a first down. They snap the ball. Defense sends forward. Perez throws it. Perez gets the completion and a first down. How about that? Wow. Wow. What a play. What a play. And that was Canella with the reception there. Made it look easy there. That time, had enough time. Wow. And so Mike, what's good with you? Mike says time for UFL football. Yo, JB, what's good with you? How are you? So after picking up that 3rd and long, out of the shotgun, looking, quick pass, ball tipped at the line by the defensive line there. 92 says, no way we're going to let that happen. And remember, there's a lot of wind in this game, so we're going to see how that wind plays a factor in this one as well. All right, meanwhile, let JB go ahead and yeah, let me go ahead and get the poll question up as well, but here we go. Shotgun again, this time 5 wide. Quick pass by Perez and a quick completion there. Takes it to midfield, just a little past midfield here. And that was Vons with the catch. So now, another 3rd down situation. They made the first time look easy. Let's see if they can keep that train going here. 3rd and 4. This time lines up in the shotgun again. 4 receivers on the play, 1 running back. Ball at midfield. Gets the snap. Throws it. Gets the completion. And the receivers can get enough for the first down. So once again, another clutch 3rd down conversion here by Arlington. Wow. And that time he threw it to his receiver, and his receiver got enough for the first. Excellent job. They're coming through on third down so far in this one. All right, meanwhile, an opportunity to get the poll question up and see who we've got in this one. All right, shotgun here. Throws it. Oh, almost threw an interception there. Almost threw an interception. Got to be careful. All right, poll question is now up. All right, so at the 45-yard line, the DC defenders here. Shotgun formation. Snaps it. He's looking. Quick pass. Completed. Picked up about at least 8 yards with the catch. Catch made by Green. So right now, Perez, he is spreading the ball around on this drive. Again, this is the opening drive of the game here. And he is currently right now 4 of 6 for 37 yards. All right, so this time he's going to line up under center here. Got a tight end, got a fullback back in the backfield. Receiver comes in close to the formation. Another play fake here. Gonna take a deep shot. Oh, that's going to be incomplete. That's going to be incomplete, but he tried it, though. He tried it. Winstead was the intended receiver. That would have been one heck of a catch if he was able to bring that one in. All right, so here we go. Four receivers, one tight end. Receiver goes in motion, snaps the ball, looking, throws it. It's going to be incomplete. All right, so they tried to do their thing there. They really did. I mean, that drive consisted of a lot of big plays when they needed it in the clutch, but that time just ran out. That was actually a nice throw. I mean, you got to consider that there is wind as well in this game, and so that was a nice throw. Just unable to get both feet in, and that's going to take us to the commercial. Again, that was Bonds, the intended receiver, and that was fourth down. So when we come back, let's see what the DC defenders can do with the football for the first time offensively here. Arlington had the ball 10 plays for 31 yards, took off about 5 minutes, 52 seconds to return the time of possession on that drive, but ultimately ended up failing on fourth down. Again, first quarter, 9 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter, all tied up 0-0 in this one. And some of the other key matchups later on today is the Memphis Showboats and the Birmingham Stallions. They'll be going at it later today. That should be an interesting one in that matchup. And then tomorrow, the Houston Roughnecks versus the Michigan Panthers. That'll be a good one as well. I mean, I do like Houston's, defensive line, so we'll see how that one plays out. But of course, Michigan with their entire defense, run game, going to be a tough matchup there for Houston. And then the Battlehawks versus San Antonio. That should be a interesting one as well. So good matchups across the board this week. All right, so returning back to the action here, coming from the commercial in which we just saw offensively, the Arlington Renegades go out there and they did move the ball for about 10 plays, 31 yards there, but ultimately, eventually, they were unable to convert when they needed it on fourth down after converting a couple key drives earlier. Their leading receiver on that drive was Bonds. He had 3 catches for 30 yards. He was targeted 5 times on that drive. And so, Dave. What's good with you, Dave? Talk to me. How are you? And I see Dave says, but you for the ride today, JB. I appreciate that. Yes. Let's get it going. Here we go. From their own 38, and already the DC Defenders' first play, before they can even get the first play off, is a false start. That's going to back them up 5 yards here. So now we're going to be looking at a 1st and 15 from the DC 33-yard line here. And again, this is their first offensive drive of the game as Arlington got the football first, and they took off 5 minutes and 52 seconds in terms of time of possession. Now, it's important to note how windy it is out there. I mean, I saw pregame, they had to have somebody hold the kick down for the kickoff. It is pretty windy out there, so we'll see how both teams address this. Meanwhile, they snap the ball. Quarterback had the option to give it to the back or keep it himself. He opted to keep it himself there. And that time, Jordan Teamu picks up a yard on the carry. But we've got an injured player right now, which looks like the tight end. And so medical staff will be looking at him. Hopefully this is nothing too serious. But medical staff will take a look at him. Again, first quarter, 8 minutes and 52 seconds to go. 2nd and 14 coming up here for the DC Defenders. It's good to see he's on his feet right now. And that's Bradley Moore. Went to Kansas State, 26 years old. Was a 2020 second team All Big 12 player. All right, meanwhile, let's go ahead and get some of these votes in, and you guys let me know who you got winning this matchup. Whether it's the DC Defenders or the Arlington Renegades, let me know. All right, so Jordan Teamu lines up in the shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back from their own 34. Receiver goes in motion, snaps it, gonna feed it to the back, and the back off the left side here. Taking on that contact there, gonna pick up about 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd and 10. And the key to this game, considering the wind conditions and stuff like that, is that you're going to want to try to make sure that you get it to 3rd, and I say about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, somewhere in that frame to where you don't feel like you got to throw 12 plus yards in the wind and get the ball caught up in the air to where a DB can make a play on it. But let's see what they call here. They snap the ball. Jordan's looking. Jordan. Oh, man, Jordan still has the ball. Jordan throws it. Gets the completion. Gets the completion. Jordan says, JB, what wind are you talking about? What a play. I thought he was brought down for the sack. I thought he had threw the ball at first. I don't know how he did it. Let's see the replay here. That time he punt faked. Got to the outside. And, excellent job. Excellent job. I mean, when Jordan is on, it is great. Meanwhile, another pass in that direction, incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10 right now offensively. Looking to see who's going to get the first points of this game here. All right, so 2nd and 10 coming up again. First quarter, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. Again, the first drive offensively here for the DC defenders. Then line up in a shotgun here, in which we've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back here. Defense is showing pressure. Will they send it? Defense sends 5. Jordan Taylor move. He's moving around. They got him. 2 guys got to him for the sack. They're going to split that sack, baby. That's a loss of 11 yards on the play. Wow. Wow. So now 3rd and 21 coming up. What will the offense do here? What can you do? I probably would just call a screenplay to the back and see if he can make something happen that way. That's probably what I would do. So far, we've got 1 vote in the poll right now for the DC defenders. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This time, Jordan's going to line up under center. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Gets it, play fake, deep defensive end all up in his face. Gets it to his running back still, and his running back. Oh, he ran somebody over in the process there. Not going to get the first down, but I do like the play call there because, I mean, you had a guy in your face. What more could you do? At least you got 10 yards out of that play. And that was Harris with a nice one-handed catch on that play. But 4th and 9 coming up. Now, kicking with the wind, we'll see how the punter adjusts for that. But 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and we're still 0-0 in this one. I'm sorry, this is going to be a field goal attempt, 54-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. Oh, man, these kickers, they're automatic. All right, so that's 3 points right there. These kickers are making it look so easy, whether we're talking, you know, 50-yarders, 60-yarders, they make it look so easy. But McClain hits that one, and that's 3 points right there for the DC defenders. So on their opening drive, 7 plays, 31 yards, and about 3 minutes and 13 seconds to turn the time possession off the clock. And they capitalized on a 54-yard field goal to give them a 3-0 lead in this one here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here. But looking at that drive, you had Jordan Taylor move 2 of 3 for 37 yards passing on that drive. On the ground, you had Harris. He had a carry for 4 yards. Jordan Taylor move took off 1 time for a yard, and he was sacked on that drive there. And that was a huge sack there ultimately, but able to come up with 3 points there. Herman had a catch for 25 yards. Harris, he caught that screen for 12 yards. And that is what took place on that previous drive. So now we'll get to see the Arlington Renegades again offensively and see what they can do. Again, last time out there, Perez, he was 4 of 8 for 37 yards through the air. And again, just a reminder to go ahead and cast your vote and let us know who you've got in this one. We've got 2 votes in the poll right now. Keep the votes coming in. And let's see, we still got time here to see if we can get to hopefully, let's see if we can get to 10 by the time we get to the end of that first quarter. All right, so we've got 3 votes in the poll. Okay, 2 for the DC defenders and 1 for Arlington. And again, this will be the 2nd offensive drive for the Arlington Renegades coming up. All right, so getting ready to get back to the action here shortly. All right, they'll be getting things started here. Both teams are lined up here. Kickoff unit on the field. And again, they have to have a holder here. All right, let's see what type of a return we'll get on this one. All right, kicker's lined up. In motion, kicks it off. So he's going to catch it at about the 14. He's at the 25. Okay, 35, trying to get to the outside. First guy missed. Makes the second guy miss as well. Goes out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So excellent field position right now for Arlington. That's what you want. They're going to mark him at the 46-yard line. So excellent field position. Again, first quarter, 5 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the first. DC defenders up 3-0. This is the second offensive drive here for Arlington. And so Cameron, New York Giants, Mets, Rangers, and LA Lakers. What's good with you? What's good with you? How are you? All right, so we got first and 10, shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back from their own 46-yard line. Arlington snaps the ball. Perez throws it quick to the tight end, and they get him immediately there. And so, yeah, he's going to actually lose a yard on that reception. That's going to make it 2nd and 11 coming up here from the Arlington 45-yard line. So the defense ready for that one. Not going to let that one happen. And you look at the pass-to-run ratio here for Arlington Renegades. Perez has already thrown it 10 times in this game. Meanwhile, on the ground, they've ran it just 2 times so far in this one, and one of those times was an end around that lost 9 yards. And so they are definitely committed to passing that ball. So 2nd and 11 coming up. Gets it, play fake, looking, throws it, gets the completion, brought down immediately. And that was Bonds with the catch, picked up 9 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd down coming up. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first. So a 3rd and short situation, this is what you want. 3rd and short situation, an opportunity to go out there and you can either run it, you can pass it, play fake, bootleg, whatever you want to do. All options are available for Chuck Long and his offense. All right, so now we've got 2 guys here lined up next to the quarterback in the shotgun. Snaps it. Keeps it himself up the middle. That's a 1st down there. That was actually Scott on the carry there. So excellent job getting the 1st down. They had him actually get the snap here. Right up the middle. All right, so now we got 1st and 10 coming up. Here in the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. Looking, throws it, gets the completion. His guy has the 1st down. Excellent job there. Picked up about 11 yards on the play. So that is a 1st down. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first. On their previous drive, they were able to convert and get some clutch 3rd down conversions up until the very end of that drive. So this time, they've got bigger plans here. They want to get some points this time out. All right, so they line up in the shotgun again. Defense looks like they're going to send forward. They do. It's a run and play up the middle on the drop. And he's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. And again, this time it was Brown on the carry. right, so shotgun here. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the first. Making adjustments on the line. Again, this drive, 5 plays, 25 yards, about 3 minutes and 26 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. Gets the snap, moving around, throws it, gets the completion, and hey, that's what you got to do sometimes. Just find your guy, check it down, get that completion. So now we've got 3rd and 2 coming up. So let's hear the call on 3rd and 2. Again, DC defenders are up 3-0, but this is a clutch 3rd down right now. Arlington, they're trying to get their first points of the game. And gonna keep it again, go up the middle. He's gonna get the first down. That's enough for the first down right there. So a fresh new set of downs to work with. That was Scott on the carry there. Picked up 3 yards. They needed 2, and a fresh new set of downs to work with here for the Arlington Renegades here. And again, keep those votes coming. I see the poll right now. We've got 5 votes in right now. And so 3 for the DC Defenders, 2 for the Arlington Renegades. Keep those votes coming in. And let's see if we can get it right here in the chat in terms of who's going to win this one today. So ball right now lined up at the 20. Receiver goes in motion. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Snaps it. Gives it to the receiver this time. And picked up a yard on the play. Picked up a yard there. All right, so we got 48 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. So a bit of a slow start here so far in this one in terms of obviously scoring here. But Arlington in pretty good position here to where they should be able to come away with some points. All right, 2nd and 9. Up under center, hands it to the back, and the back off the left side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Excellent job there by the DC defenders. He was not going anywhere on that one. Brown on the carry. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books. And the DC defenders lead this one 3-0. But the Arlington Renegades right now driving the ball here. And so they're in good position. We'll see how this one plays out. But the score now, DC up 3-0. And a good opportunity for us to go ahead and just take a look at how both teams are looking statistically right now. So you look at the total yards in this one. The Renegades have a total of 67 yards in this one. Meanwhile, DC defenders, they have a total of 31 so far in this one. Passing wise, Renegades have that advantage, 64-26. Rushing wise, close, but DC has 5 rushing yards. Meanwhile, the Renegades have 3. Only 1 penalty so far in this one, and that was against the DC defenders for a false start, and it was their first play of their first drive. And so other than that, you look at the difference in first downs, and yeah, Renegades, they picked up 5 first downs so far in that first quarter. DC picked up 1. So that's been the differences so far in this one. Perez, 8 of 12 for 53 yards passing. Scott, he's got a completion to his name for 11 yards. Meanwhile, for the DC defenders, Jordan Teamu, 2 of 3 for 37 yards passing. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions so far in this one. And again, the current drive for the Arlington Renegades, 9 plays, 36 yards, and just under 6 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. They are 5 for 5 passing so far on this drive for 27 yards. But yes, talk to me, guys. How's everybody feeling this weekend? You know, how is everybody doing? And again, when we come back from the commercial, it'll be the start of the second quarter. All right, so here we go. Perez and company returning back to the field here to start the second quarter. See if they can finish this drive that they started. And again, you look at that, yeah, Arlington trying to get their first win of the season here. Definitely don't want to drop to 0-3. Meanwhile, DC, they would love to keep a winning record. So very important game here early in the season. So from the 19-yard line of DC, 3rd and 9 in the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. Defense sends pressure. He throws it up there as a guy one-on-one, and he makes a catch. Wow, what a play. 19-yard touchdown pass to Vaughn. That's how you start the second quarter. So Tyler Vaughn's excellent job. And I love the throw. When I saw it was one-on-one and he threw it up there, it was a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. Gave his receiver the option to go up there and get it and make the play. And that's exactly what happened. So Perez is saying, hey, I'm going to lead this team to victory number 1 today. What a beautiful throw. Look at that. That is textbook how you draw it up that time. Not much the DB can do when you're fading backwards like that. All right, so now they're going to go for the 2-point attempt. Here in the shotgun. Gets it. Fakes it to the back. And, brought down for the sack. Excellent job there. I mean, it's not going to go down on the stats there, but excellent job by 99 to get there and bring him down. All right, so we've got Arlington leading this one now 6-3 after that 19-yard touchdown pass by Perez. All right, so they're about to get ready for the kickoff here. All right, so he's lined up for the kickoff. Kickoff on the way. Gets it from his own 11. It's at the 25. Okay, 35. Goes down to about the 39-yard line of DC, and that's what it'll take over here at Jordan Tayamu and company. We'll see what they can do on this upcoming drive. All right, so trailing 6-3. Let's see how they respond after watching Arlington go down there for a touchdown. All right, so lines up in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Harris is the back. They feed it to him off the right side, makes the first guy miss. Takes on the contact, and he's going to ultimately pick up about 2 yards on the carry, 2-3 yards. It's going to make it second down coming up. All right, so 2nd and 8. Just the snap. Jordan throws it. Oh, he's incomplete. If he would have let it a little bit ahead of the receiver there, that would have been a nice play. But ultimately incomplete there. Receiver trying to make a play on the ball. Again, you see the replay there. Guy was coming, so he threw it there, but threw it behind a little bit there. If he would have threw it on the mark, probably would have been a first down and then some. But now, 3rd and 8. Here in the shotgun. Snaps it. On the move. He's going to run. And he's a yard shy of that first down marker. So that's going to make it 4th and 1. And so just a couple yards away from midfield. And so, yeah, they're going to have to go ahead and punt this ball. Again, Arlington leads this one 6-3. DC's about to punt the ball on 4th and 1. All right, punt's on the way. And it's going to go into the end zone there. So they'll be taking over from their own 25-yard line after scoring a touchdown on their last drive. Can they keep the magic going? That is the question. Can they keep it going? We've got 7 votes right now. Arlington leading the poll here at 57%. Okay. Bet. Keep the votes coming in. All right, again, we're currently right now at commercial. Right, and again, Jordan Taylor moved 2 of 4 so far in this game for 37 yards passing. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions in this one. He did run it 2 times for 8 yards. Again, that last carry was the longest one he had of the game there. Picked up 7 yards on that one. Harris, he's got 2 carries for 6 yards so far in this one. So not much so far on the ground game. And through the air, Jordan has 37 yards passing. And so, oh man, what's good? What's good with you? Old man said, what's good, JB? And DC defenders need to lock in. And so, yes, they need to lock in seriously. Seriously. But how are you? Let's see, we got Joe Brown. Joe says, what's up, JB? And so all is good. All is good. Hope all is good with you. Again, second quarter, 13 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Our score right now, Arlington up 6-3, and Arlington will be getting the football back. They've been able to move the ball through the air with Perez. He's 9 of 13, 71 yards passing, and that last touchdown that he threw, 19 yards to Vaughn for that touchdown. That was an incredible pass that he threw. It was one-on-one and a beautiful pass. All right, so let's see what they do here on this upcoming drive. right, so multiple tight ends here on the play. 2 receivers, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. Feeds it to the back, and the back came in with some burst there. Picked up about 4 yards on the play. Okay, second down coming up. That was Smith on the carry. I'm sorry, Hunter on the carry. So now we've got 2nd and 6 coming up. All right, quarterback in the lineup up under center here. We've got 2 receivers top of the screen here, 2 tight ends bottom of the formation, and a back in the backfield from their own 29-yard line. Going to feed it to the back up the middle. Takes on the contact. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of that first down marker, but now you've got yourself in a 3rd and 2 situation, so a 3rd and short. Old says, I'm good, JB, can't wait for the draft. And so, yes, we're all counting down to that draft. Absolutely. Absolutely. Things are going to be very important for our team, obviously, but I want to see how this one plays out this year. Dave says would. All right, so we got 3rd and 2. All right, so heavy formation here. They do run the ball, and he does get the first down. Picked up at least 3 yards on that carry. And again, that was Smith on the carry. So right now, Arlington, they're feeling a bit of a rhythm right now. Let's see, Dave says, announce punter names, please. And so, okay, bet. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see, 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion here. Throws it, and ooh, what a dangerous pass that was. Dangerous pass. I wasn't sure who was coming up with that one. Luckily, it's just an incompletion. Yeah, luckily it's just an incompletion, but man. All right, so we got 2nd and 10. Perez got 5 wide here, so he's got some options. Throws it quickly over the middle, and that's going to be completed there. That's going to be a first down. And that was Burnett with the catch. He picked up 11 yards on the play. That's his first catch of the game. So far in this game, it has been Bonds who's been getting the majority of the catches in this one. He's got 6 catches for 69 yards. Meanwhile, everybody else just has 1 catch from Burnett, Green, Brown, Meningo, Canella. They've all got 1 catch to them. Meanwhile, they're handing the ball to the back off the left side, picks up a yard. And let's see, Dave says the man, the myth, the legend, Marquise Brown. And so Marquette King. Why am I saying Brown? Marquette King. And so, yes, excellent punter. Excellent punter. Excellent. All right, 2nd and 9. Again, 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Up, and we've got movement here. So far, it hasn't been too many penalties in this one, but both penalties have been false starts, and this one's going to be a false start. All right, I see we got the votes coming in. 9 votes here. Keep the votes coming in here. Again, obviously, both of these teams, they know how important this game is right here. This is week 3 right now. If you're DC, you're trying to go ahead and move on to 2-1 here. You want that winning record here. That's a big difference from 1-2. Meanwhile, if you're Arlington, you certainly don't want to drop to 0-3. 2nd and 14 coming up. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Throws it. Oh, you got to be careful with those. Off the receiver hand there, luckily just incomplete. But that's going to bring up a 3rd and 14 situation. All right, so 3rd and 14. Shotgun formation. Back goes in motion. Throws it over the middle. Gets the completion. Oh, he pitched it there. And that's going to be a 1st down and then some. What an excellent play that was. But can I see a replay? Was that a forward pass or not? I can't help but question whether or not that was forward or lateral. But I love the play design. And for it to work like that, wow. What a nice pitch that was. Defense looks stunned. Defense looks stunned. This is why you keep playing even if you're not the guy with it. That was just great job there. So after that big time play, now we're looking at 1st and 10, quarterback up under center. Feeds it to the back and the back. Off the left guard here, fighting forward there for some nice yards. Picks up about 6 yards on the carry. Again, that was Smith on the carry. 2nd down coming up. Again, 2nd quarter, 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Again, Arlington already leading this one 6-3. They did score the touchdown last time they were out there. And right now, they are moving and grooving right now. 9 plays, 47 yards here. Over 6 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. That's how you draw it up. Feeds it to the back up the middle, and the back is going to get the 1st down. Picked up 6 yards on the play, and this time it was Brown on the carry. What can Brown do for you? So now, fresh new set of downs to work with here. 1st and 10. You can tell Arlington right now, momentum's looking good. You look at total yards right now, the Renegades, 123 total yards. Meanwhile, DC Defenders just 40 total yards. We're talking about a difference of about 70 yards for passing in this one with the Renegades, but 96, DC with 26. But hold everything up. A penalty out there. And it looks like, once again, this is going to be a false start penalty. So you have a good drive. You scored last time out there. You're feeling good. You're gaining confidence here. And then you have this happen. You have another penalty to back you up 5 yards to make it 1st and 15. All right, so here we go, shotgun formation. About 6 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 15 after that false start penalty. Let's see what they do. Receiver goes in motion. They snap the ball, fakes to the back, fakes to the receiver. It's a screen play. The back, the 1st guy missed. The 2nd guy whiffs. It's the 3rd guy that brings him down after he picks up about 5 yards on the play. So a lot of action there to get 5 yards, and that's Brown with the catch. All right, so here we go, 2nd and 10. This time Perez is going to line up under center. We've got multiple tight ends. We've got a fullback, and we've got 1 receiver in the back, and the backfield defense coming up close to the line. They feed it to the back up the middle. They just can't handle them right now. Excellent job. Forward progress. We'll give him at least 5 yards on that carry. And that's going to make it 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, that was Smith this time on a carry. So we're seeing that they're doing a much better job here at running the ball. Smith now has 6 carries for 22 yards. Brown's got 3 carries for 8 yards in this one, and Scott's got 2 carries for 7 yards. 3rd and 4. Shotgun trips at the bottom of the screen. One receiver top of the formation. Snaps it. Throws it into the end zone all by himself. Put this man a flight because this man was all by himself. Touchdown. Wow. And that was Javonte Payton with the catch. Wow, 17 yards. All by himself. I mean, I don't know who was supposed to be guarding him here. I mean, somebody got lost in coverage. Let's see the replay. Yeah, they got distracted. Both guys saw the other receiver as a threat and left him all by himself. I mean, I didn't know that Burton was going to attract 2 guys like that. But, man, if that's the case, we'll do that all day. We'll do it all day. But here we go. 2-point attempt coming up here. Quarterback looking. Got to make somebody miss. He does. Still looking. Still looking. He's going to run. He's going to extend. Did he get it? He did get it. He did get it. What a 2-point play. And Scott says, it's just what I do. It's just what I do. Wow. 2-point attempt, good. So right now, if you're Arlington, you're feeling stoked right now. You are feeling really good right now. Excellent job. I mean, look at the difference in total yards now. And Arlington has the advantage by 110 yards offensively in terms of more total yards than what DC has had. And wow, look at the difference in time of possession as well. Arlington has had the football 20 minutes and 39 seconds. DC, they've just had it for just over 5 minutes. And so there are some major differences, and the scoreboard is reflecting it. But that drive right there, 13 plays, 65 yards, 8 minutes and 47 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. What more do you need? What more do you need? 14-3 is our score right now. We'll see what the DC defenders will do to respond when we come back from the commercial. But man, what a play, what a play. Again, 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. What are some early season surprises that we are noticing so far in the UFL? If you guys want to drop that in the comments, some early season surprises that have surprised you so far this season. And again, so far, Perez in this one, 13 of 19. He's got 106 yards passing. He's got 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. And so looking very good to start things off here in the first half of play. But it's going to be up to Jordan Tayamu here. How do you respond here? You certainly don't want to give them another opportunity to go out there and score again before the half, especially without you scoring. So you want to go out there and do something here on this drive. Got to try to come away with some points here and get some momentum. At the very least, your defense is getting exhausted out there. Let's see. Dave says, how close the final scores have been, special teams and D injuries. And so, yeah, oh man, I was so devastated about these injuries. That was absolutely devastating right there. But you talk about special teams, that has been a shocker. They make 50, 60 yarders look extremely easy, and I know that it's caught the attention of some of those NFL teams because some of these kickers, they're out here kicking as if they can make it from almost 70 and stuff like that. So insane. That part, special teams has been insane as well. But yeah, a lot of these close matchups, really. I mean, for the most part, with the exception of maybe two or three, these games have been extremely close down to the wire and stuff like that. So, and that's a great sign for the league. A great sign for the league. But here we go, 1st and 10. They're going to give it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 2 yards there on the play. That's Hagen's on the carry. However, there is a penalty here. And it's going to be a holding call. So negate that. Back him up 10 yards here. Now we're going to replay 1st down here. They're going to be 1st and 20 right now. So they've got their work cut out for them. They just continue to keep digging here. But hey, let's see what happens. Last time JB said something about a team, they came back storming. So let's just see what happens. This is where it's time, though, to start making a big-time play. Who's going to ignite this offense here for the DC defenders? It's trying to make a big play. All right, so 1st and 20. 2 backs, 3 receivers. Snaps the ball. Jordan in the pocket, has time. Jordan throws it. Jordan gets the completion and the 1st down. Wow, what a big-time play. That was Rolling. Rolling with the reception. Picked up 26 yards there. Took it all the way to the Arlington 39-yard line. What a big-time play, and it could not have came at a better time. Now you got 3 minutes and 25 seconds here before halftime here. If you can go down there and drive it and get a touchdown, that would be huge. That would be huge. But here we go. Shotgun formation, gets the snap, pump fakes, throws it, taking another shot here. I thought he had it, man. If the ball would have been a little bit further out there, I would have liked it. But man, incomplete. Incomplete. But the offense, is this a sign that they're starting to wake up here? I tell you what, that Memphis and Birmingham game later, I like that one as well. And then tomorrow, that St. Louis and San Antonio one. Again, I will be streaming the St. Louis and San Antonio matchup tomorrow. That will be JB's next stream tomorrow, the St. Louis and San Antonio matchup. All right, but a penalty for too many men on the field, and that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. How do you make that mistake right there? It's beyond me. But, yeah, that's what it is. All right, so after that penalty, shotgun formation. Back goes in motion. 7 seconds on the play clock. Snaps it. Defense sends pressure. He throws it over the middle. Gets the completion. Brought down for the tackle there, but excellent job getting that ball out. You didn't have all day. Pressure was coming, but now we got 3rd down coming up. It's going to make 3rd down much more manageable here. 3rd and 6. Much better than having 3rd and 14. So Jordan, this drive, can he be clutch here on 3rd down? Two minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Snaps it. Jordan's going to keep it himself. Jordan's running up the middle. Jordan going to slide, but excellent job picking up the 1st down and taking it all the way to the Arlington 17-yard line there. Wow. Excellent job. How long are they going to credit that carry for? That was about 18 yards there. Excellent job. He saw everybody was focused on everybody else except the quarterbacks when he took off and ran. How about that? Let's see, Mike says we rooting Tuz, JB, both teams. And so, yes, we absolutely are. Absolutely are. JB's got no horse in this race here, but would just love to see a nice offensive explosion. Like to see a good back and forth game. All right, but the 2-minute warning. So that's going to take us to the commercial right now. Excellent job for us to get caught up here on what Jordan Taylor Mooney and company is doing so far here. So Jordan, right now, passing wise, he's 4 of 7 for 72 yards in this one. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But he's also got 3 carries for 26 yards, including that 18-yard run that took place on this drive. That certainly helped. Harris has 2 carries for 6 yards in this game as well. Receiving wise, Rowland caught a 26-yarder. Hardman caught a 25-yarder. Harris, he's got 1 for 12 yards. Scott, 1 for 9 yards. And Smith was targeted 1 time. And so RC on aces, the man of the day. What's good with you? And he says, what up, JB? I got some good news. Big dog. And so, hey, I like good news. Tell me, what is up? Let's see. Mike says, do you like Troy Franklin as round 1 receiver? And so I like Troy Franklin. I do. But if we're talking round 1, honestly, considering some of the other options that will be available, I love it more as an early second than a late round 1. However, if you're a team that needs a receiver, this guy is good. So I do like him as a prospect. But in terms of first round, I feel like it's probably a little bit better to get him in the second just because the amount of receivers that will be taken in the first. But I do like him a lot. I do like him a lot. His game says first round, but I think second round is probably a little bit better, early second round. Because we cannot have like every receiver taken in the first. And then you look at those teams who would be later in that first round, and so I could see it being second round because of that. But believe me, that's going to be one that basically once the second round starts, immediately teams are trading up to try to get them. But I'm excited about this year's receiving class. I am extremely excited about that. But tell me this, Mike, is there a receiver that stands out to you that you're like, hey, this is a realistic option here, for your Buffalo Bills, whether it's the first round, second round, just someone that can come in and help fill the void because obviously no one man's going to come in and, replace Stephon Diggs, but just, help with that. Let's see. RC says, so, JB, I finally went over. And so are you talking about what I think you're talking about, RC? All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Trips to the top of the screen. And Jordan's going to keep it himself. Up the middle. Excellent job picking up at least about 8 yards on that carry. It's going to make it 2nd and 2. So what he's doing here is he's taking advantage of the fact that that gap is just wide open over the middle. Clearly, this is something that they identified from the defense and how the defense is playing. So that's one way to get a defense to adjust. 2nd and 2. Again, Jordan's got 33 yards on the ground here. But with 3 receivers bottom of the screen, 1 at the top, back goes in motion. So now we're looking at 5 wide. Defense sends 4. Throws it, gets the completion, and that's going to be a touchdown. How about that? Wow. And again, Rowland makes it look easy. Picked up 10 yards on the play and a touchdown, Chris Rowland. So now the offense is rolling out there. Let's see, Mike says, assuming Bill was GM, how do you feel about first draft not dumb? And so... Well, I'll tell you what. I got to see it to believe it. But honestly, I feel like that's something that would be very evident in the first couple rounds. Now, I wish that we would let Bill just do like the last day draft for us and stuff like that because he does get some late round picks for us on day 3. But the first 2 days, no, absolutely not. So, but it'll be interesting. I'm excited. There is hope. Meanwhile, the 2-point play, incomplete. Trying to get it to his receiver there, incomplete. So now we're looking at 14-9 is the score. So, hey, close game. 12 votes in our poll right now. DC defenders are leading the poll here. Okay, people love what they saw on that drive. Okay, keep the votes coming in. Keep them coming in. But yeah, Mike, I am looking forward to that. I do want to see the difference when it comes to that draft. Will they listen to JB or not? That's the question. And you say, okay, shaping up to be a good game. And so, yes, that's exactly what I needed to see right there. Now you got both teams humming right now. Jordan, he's taking advantage. If he sees that it's open up the middle, he has no hesitation now to take off and run, but also getting it done through the air as well. That's good. And that encourages your defense as well, because that time of possession was very lopsided prior to this drive. But here, this drive, it was 6 plays, 70 yards, 3 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock here. And so you need to continuously be able to put together drives like that. And just, it helps the defense feel better. It helps the offense get more confidence, all that stuff. And so Giants fan 56, what's good with ya? How are you? Let's see. Giants fan says, hey, JB, popping in to hit the like button and have a great stream. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And, hey, I appreciate you. And best of luck there to the Rhinos, the Rising Rhinos. Yes, absolutely. But thank you for coming through. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. And so excellent job there by the special team coverage on that one. He didn't get that far there, and he'll be taking over from the 20-yard line. And let's see, RC said, I got the same game on as you, JB, and so bet. So look at that. RC, he's like, well, since there's nothing to talk about for Iowa right now, why not do this? Tell me this, RC, are you going to be like live streaming the WNBA draft by chance? Or having some kind of draft party? And let's see, you said, actually, I think I went overnight. And so, oh wow, overnight. That's great. Congratulations. That's great. 1st and 10, shotgun, gets it. Oh, it's a draw. Excellent play. That was a very delayed draw there, but it worked big time. Picked up 14 yards. Again, that was, I believe, Brown on the carry. Excellent job. Caught the defense sleeping. 59 seconds to go here before we get to halftime. All right, shotgun here. Fresh new set of downs to work with. 47 seconds. Snaps it, looking. Feeling the pressure, throws it to the tight end, and the tight end has to fight just to get back to lose 2 yards there on the play. 34 seconds here. Not in love with the play calling right there. And so RC said, yeah, JB, to hit 500 plus was nice. And so, see, this goes back to a conversation, RC, that we had a while back when I said, doing it the right way, doing it the way in which you're proud of your content, you're covering what you love, and you don't compromise your integrity for extra views and stuff like that. Doing it the right way, you will still reach your goal. And when you reach it, it'll feel better. And you'll have the people that honestly share the same views as you in terms of just, same enjoyment, I should say, as you do. So absolutely important. Absolutely. All right, so here we go with 34 seconds here. Making adjustments. 3 receivers, top of the screen. Defense sends pressure. Quarterback has to throw that one away. Defense knew what was coming on that play. 3rd and 12 coming up. So now if you're DC, you see an opportunity right now. You've got all 3 timeouts, 31 seconds. If you can get them to not get a first down here, you got yourself an opportunity to maybe get you some points here before the half. Let's see. Mike says, Eagle fans overrate good receiver Davis as the GOAT. And so they're doing that. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Defense showing pressure. There's a lot of guys there. Got to pick them up. Throws it quickly. It is caught. Oh, look at that. Look at him. I thought he was going to pick up 1 yard and 2 yards, then 5, but he just kept tiptoeing. How did he do it? Wow. Let's see. RC says, JB, I'm going to be on a podcast for the first round of the WNBA draft Monday night. Oh, bet. What's the name of the podcast? I may have to check it out. All right, so here we go, shotgun. 22 seconds remain here. They've got 2 timeouts. They snap the ball, throws it, gets it to the back, brought down immediately, but he's going to pick up about 2 yards on that catch. 15 seconds. Got to burn the timeout. Yeah, got to burn the timeout. All right, referee's got to separate the players. 15 seconds left to work with and 1 timeout. And so let's see. RC says, with 2 of my good internet homegirls that love women's basketball. And so, yeah, definitely let me know. I got to check that out. Mike says, Payne, Beasley, Lee, Will Clark. Seth, what's good with you? How are you? And then Seth says, go Renegades, bet. RC says, then after the first round of the WNBA draft, I'm going to jump over to my homeboy channel and talk the first 2 rounds of the draft. And so, okay, so you got a busy day. I like it. I like it. That's all great stuff. That's all great stuff. Let's see, Mike says, that is an NFL linebacker corp. If they were in prime, they beefing. And so, oh yeah, that beef is there. All right, so now after that timeout, they got 1 timeout remaining, 2nd and 8. Let's see if they draw up here. Shotgun formation. Burnett goes in motion. Gets the snap. Defense sends forward. Pressure's in his face. Throws that one up there. Oh! Oh, you dropped an interception. You dropped an interception. 39. Can you pick something for me? What's up with that? Ramirez. Bruh. The ball was right there. I don't know what else you could have gotten. You're not going to get a better opportunity than that more times than not. If the ball was literally right there, that's going to haunt him. That's going to haunt him. That's one that you just got to make that play. I don't care if you're a DB or not. That ball was there. You got hands, you make that catch. All right, let's see. RC says, JB, it's a YouTube channel, but it feels podcast style. And so, hey, I feel you. I feel you. That's kind of how Zoe's been running his channel lately. It feels like a bit more of a podcast. And so, but yes. Seth says WNBA draft starts on 15th. Starts on 15th. And so, yes, absolutely. All right, so there is a penalty. Ooh, offensive holding. All right, let's see. Mike says, doesn't like the Renegades receiving corpse. Let's see. RC says, JB, it's not my intention to become popular on YouTube, but it looks like I might be back into a corner. He said, I like that kind of quiet shadows when everyone knows you the trolls can come. And so that is true. That is true, but as your channel continues to grow and stuff like that, you'll have to at some point consider, who do you really trust that shows up regularly to be a mod to help out with that. And that's very important because I've seen some bigger channels where they've hired someone who was a mod and the person was blocking just good people and stuff like that. And the guy had no idea for a while. And so you got to be careful who you choose to be a mod and stuff like that. But absolutely. 3rd and 18. Incomplete. And that's going to take us to halftime. So I would have preferred you just throw that one up than to just throw that one away there. But it's going to take us to halftime here with Arlington leading 14-9 in this one. Okay. All right, let's see. Mike says, UFL sell cheap, $10, fill the stands. RC says, this is definitely a good game. And so Mike says, good seats are 70 plus, craps are 27 plus. And let's see. RC says, JB is called Cess Talk Sports and the J Spot Network. Okay, that's their channel's name. Okay, bet. I'll have to look that up real quick on my phone there so that way I can follow. So, but I appreciate that. But yes, we are at halftime right now, and in a couple seconds, JB will go ahead and cover the stats here. So give JB a minute here, and I will go over the stats. I want to make sure I go ahead before the rest of the comments come in, and then I got to search for it. I want to go ahead and make sure that I find them real quick on the tube. All right, just subscribe to Cess Talk Sports. All right, and the other one, J Spot Network. All right. All right, just subscribe to that one as well. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's see. Where am I? All right, so Dave says he dropped the pick right in his hands. Dave, talk to me. How does that happen? How does that happen? The ball literally was right to him. I mean, you didn't have to put much effort. You could have caught it with your body. You could have almost caught it with your shoulder. It was literally like right there. I have no idea how you dropped out, to be honest, but that was that was that was tough to watch. As a guy who's played a little bit of DB in high school, that was really tough to watch there. Those are the opportunities that you want. Man, let's see. Mike says, "How you think? Let's see. How think you can pay for underprivileged kids tickets?" And so that would you would think so. Let's see. Who the Edge Clemens from Jets, and so let me go ahead and get to the stats here. Let me get to the stats real quick for us here. So, all right. So overall in this matchup here, we'll look at the total yards in this one. So the DC defenders have a total of 110 yards offensively so far in this one. Passing wise, they've got 71 yards passing here, 39 yards rushing. You look at the Renegades, they have a total of 216 yards total in this one, 169 yards through the air, so they've been airing it out. 47 yards on the ground. Both teams have had 3 penalties. Both penalties have resulted in a loss of 20 yards. But Renegades, 13 first downs, DC 4, and they are Renegades are 9 of 11 on third down. Meanwhile, the Renegades, they are 2 of 4 on third down. So that goes to show a lot of where that time of possession comes in at, favoring the Renegades at almost 22 minutes. Meanwhile, DC has the ball for just over 8 minutes in this one. So when you play like that, good things happen for the Renegades. Now, obviously, DC, they caught a little bit of fire there, towards the end of that second quarter. If they can keep that, that's going to bode well for them. But right now, that is where things look statistically so far in this one. All right, let's see. RC says, JB&M, my homie, he's a New York Liberty fan. His channel is called the J. Jordan New York. Okay, New York Liberty fan. Bet. I'll check him out as well. All right, JB will check him out as well. All right, so. I mean, I find it incredible though, because when I first started out my YouTube channel, I had a couple of my homeboys who talked about, starting it as well, but nobody wanted to actually go live and do it. So I ended up having to go solo. But I do like the fact that, when you're able to start your channel and you're able to grow your channel alongside your homeboys, because just, learning from each other to, like you learn what works for you, he learns what works for him. You guys collab sometimes, spin ideas off of each other, all that great stuff. It does help. It does help. And so I'm happy to see that. All right. Okay, I believe I found him here. Just subscribed. Perfect. Yep, just subscribed. Okay. Let's see, RC says, JB, I do appreciate you, bro, for supporting those of us out here supporting and calling, talking about women's hoops. And so, of course, of course, of course. Mike says, someone kind of good signed UFL this week. And so, who is that, Mike? RC says, JB, don't add the fan. That's not part of his name. And so, yeah, YouTube corrected me. YouTube corrected me. I was like, that's an interesting name there. Unless Mike says, Abram Smith running back on RR. Yeah, I wish that he was playing though, because clearly he would have made a difference there. Abram Smith there, definitely his impact was underrated, and it's being felt the lack of him not being there. And so, absolutely. You said cornerback Cameron Bizano signed. Okay, was NFL good? Bet, and then Kanjai. But okay, bet. Mike's on top of it. Mike's on top of it. He said you should be very proud of yourself to do on YouTube, I think. And so good strength just to do it. And so, oh yes. YouTube, absolutely. And so especially when you're first getting started and first getting used to it, those first couple of months can be very trying and stuff like that, because many times, like luckily I've got to the point where, I at least know that somebody's going to be in the chat. And so you can have a conversation with people in the chat. But when you're first getting started and there's like nobody in the chat, then it's hard to just, give a play-by-play, especially during times where they call a timeout. So you've already mentioned the stats and stuff like that. So it's just that silence. And then somebody tunes in, they're like, this guy's not talking. Why am I watching him if he's not talking? But it's a lot harder when you don't have people to actually, chat with in the chat and stuff like that. So it helps. And then once you start to get people to chat with, then you've got to learn how to multitask. How do you keep up with the chat and still keep up with the game? All that stuff. And then during a blowout, do you pivot to other conversations? And so, Black Medicine, what's good with you? Coming through here with the super chat. Oh man. And so he says hashtag justice for Mac Jones. And so I think he got his justice. He wanted to be free. He seems happier than ever over there in Jacksonville. So I think he got his justice. I think he got his justice there. So absolutely. Good old Macadamia Jones. Let's see. RC says, JB, that's the thing. We don't always have to be in the same state. Sometimes all these phones, tablets, computers make it easy to connect with each other for live streams, Zoom calls, pods. That's right, etc. Exactly. 1000% correct there. And that's the best part about it. The best part about it. Absolutely. I mean, shoot, that, Google Meets, all that stuff. I remember I was using Google Meets the other day to give this gentleman who reached out to me on LinkedIn some career advice and stuff like that. So absolutely, it's amazing how we can just connect with people through different means of social media. Let's see, Mike says, I look forward to getting your opinion each week. I would be chat values them too. And so, oh yes, oh yes. And also, Mike, during the NFL season and stuff like that, when you're dropping the rankings and stuff like that, it provides for great conversations for us, especially as the season goes on. We see how opinions change and stuff like that throughout. Because, like, one week I'll be over here saying, like, hey, I think the Browns, they're not that great. And then all of a sudden, the Jflocka takes over. Then I'm like, you know what? They could be a spoiler, a dark horse type of team and stuff like that, or either Kansas City last year where everybody was like, hey, Kansas City, they're not going to repeat, because there was a time where it felt like the offense just couldn't do it. Somehow they won the Super Bowl with just one receiver who right now is dealing with a lot of legal issues and stuff like that, but nobody else at receiver, because Kadarius Toney went Looney Tunes, and not in a good way, not in a good way, in the worst way possible and stuff like that. And then like they just could not get a receiver, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. And that's when you know that you've got the quarterback that's on top of the football league. Because when they're on top like that, it doesn't matter who the wide receiver really is. They're going to find a way to get it done. And it does help to have, obviously, Travis Kelce and stuff like that. And Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield running hard and stuff like that. That stuff does help a lot. But give Kansas City credit for that. But yeah, just going through week by week and then those, rankings and stuff like that, lineup questions and stuff, who's starting, who, what happened. It keeps JB honest as well to where I've got to do my research. The real question is, are they going to find a way to win it again? That's the real question. Will they win it again next year? All right, let's see. Mike says he stands with Mac. He stands with Mac. RC says, when I do live streams, I make sure to have my tablet notepad for discussing topics and content just in case nobody comes in immediately. The last thing you want is to just sit on a live for a dead air. When I first started doing live streams, because I used to, before I started using Streamlabs and stuff like that, what was the thing I was using before? I used to have like preset questions, especially when I was covering basketball. I would have like 15 questions to where I can just click on it and then it would like pop up during the thing and stuff like that. Because it wasn't necessarily like a poll like this one, but it would just be like on the thing to where people would just have to comment in the chat and stuff like that. And so I used to be able to just, do that. But different setup, I adjusted the setup that I'm currently using. And so I like this one, plus don't have to pay for this one. So pretty good. Let's see. Mike says, free Zach Wilson for a better future. Yeah. A better future for him. What does that look like, Mike? What does that look like? All jokes aside, what does that look like? I felt like the best situation for Zach Wilson would have been if he would have went to Kansas City and just back up Patrick Mahomes, because I've seen Andy Reid do some miracles with some quarterbacks and stuff like that. I mean, so that would have been a good situation for him to just go be a backup. Well, heck, he can still be a third string quarterback because I don't want him to have the pressure to have to actually get in the game. Just go there, be the third string quarterback, and just soak in what it looks like to have success as a quarterback. Let's see. Mike says, short of trading Mahomes to go, they're going to win. Let's see. RC says, I'm actually surprised people rock with me because I've only done two play-by-play live streams, but I'm consistent with post-game analysis, halftime analysis, making videos, and doing lives to talk. I will say this, RC, when I first got started, I used to get most of my subscribers through like sport news and stuff like that. So a lot of the football content that I would post, especially during the off season, that would be like the biggest time and stuff like that. But I had a job at that time where I was flexible enough to where, like, if the news broke, I could go take 10 minutes to set up the video, post it, and get back to work and stuff like that at that time. But as I switched jobs, that was no longer a possibility and stuff like that. So then I noticed that I started to actually get views on a live. So I was like, okay, so I can really focus on just, live streaming and stuff like that. I've already passed the threshold and stuff like that. So we'll just go ahead and focus on live streams and the content as opposed to the posting a ton of sport news and stuff like that. Let's see. Mike says, Brady being a baby, come back. Let's see. Mike says, RC, you got show? What's it called? Leslie RC says, Mike, a women's basketball channel, a lot of Caitlin and Iowa talk. And so, yes, yes, yes. And again, right now, if you're just tuning in and you're like, why is this guy talking about nothing right now? We're currently at halftime right now. Arlington up 14-9. And once we start the third quarter, we will get back to the action. Third quarter should be starting shortly, though. And so, Black Medicine again, double dipping. And he says, hashtag justice for my fantasy team. Yet to make the playoffs. And so, one of the longest standing droughts. Actually, is it the longest standing drought? Like, all jokes aside, in our fantasy league, because since Nash's team made the playoffs this year for, I believe, the first time. So I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who's been in the league since the beginning, because you were there the first year. Anyone else from the beginning that is yet to not make the playoffs yet? Interesting. Interesting. This has to be the year. This has to be the year. All right, so we are getting ready for the third quarter to start here. Let's see. RC says, JB, I do a lot of shorts too. And so, yeah, shorts definitely do help. That definitely do help. Absolutely. All right, so Arlington's getting ready to kick things off. And it's going to be caught from his own 8. He's at the 20. At the 30, still running. And goes at about the 39-yard line. And that's where the DC defenders will take over with the football, trailing right now 14-9 so far in this one. And Jordan Ta'amu, he is 5 of 8 for 82 yards and a touchdown. And so we know with Jordan, he has some up to his game, but he's got to make sure that he does not turn the ball over and stuff like that. So that's going to be critical here in the second half. Continue to be consistent with it. RC says, imagine you got a job where sporting news is breaking like crazy and you got to tell your boss, hey, I'm going to disappear because I need to talk about breaking news in sports. How long will you have that job? And so it depends on the job, because I actually did have a manager who was cool, because in that role, when I was working at Microsoft at that time, in which we were acquired by Microsoft, basically, one of my managers who was like a coworker of mine but got promoted just because they needed somebody to basically run the show until our contract expired in a couple months. And so he didn't mind at all. He didn't mind at all. And so he was in my fantasy league and stuff like that. He was basically one of us that they just, tasked with the job of just, communicating with him. So that was the exception there. That's what made it easy. Let's see. Black says, What about the guy who dropped Big Ben for Jameis a while back? And so, ooh, the Silverados, did they make the play? I know that he was in a close game 2 years ago. I don't think he did make the playoffs, though, but it was close. But you're right. You are not alone. You are not alone. Silverado's team also did not make it, although he did come really close 1 year, I think. All right, 1st and 10. Feeds it to the back. All right, going to pick up about, let's see how many yards they credit him with, about 4 yards on the carry. Let's see, RC says, JB, I had a video that had about 2021 comments. Man, everyone said something nice except one person. It's always that one that got to leave a negative comment. So if they see too many nice comments, somebody's going to be like, yeah, I got to find a flaw. Meanwhile, I think Jordan kept it himself. He did keep it himself there. He probably would have been better off giving that one to the guy going on the end around there. But 3rd down coming up. So now we got 3rd and 7 here. Again, 3rd quarter with 15 minutes and 52 seconds to go. DC defenders, they got the football here first to start the 2nd half. Opportunity here on 3rd and 7, but you got to convert. You got to convert. Meanwhile, for Arlington, this is an opportunity as well. You want to get that stop here. Don't let them get some momentum. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Gets the snap. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Let's see, Mike says, why read the negative though? And so I remember last year when I did a mock draft for the Houston Texans last year, and I had them taking CJ Stroud with the 2nd pick. And I got a lot of slack from the Houston fans back then because they did not like the fact that, at that time, they did not like the idea of taking CJ Stroud. They wanted Bryce Young. What a mistake that would have been. And so, but, hey, it worked out. It worked out. All right, 58-yard field goal attempt is up. How are they doing this? They made it with ease on that one. Wow. 58 yards. Wow. Let's see. RC says, true. He says, I got like to block on people, but thankfully nobody has gotten that out of pocket. As he Mike says, what is with these kickers? And so I'm wondering the same thing. What is up with the kickers? Like, I'm impressed in the best way possible. That is one of the best things. And so I'm going to be calling the Patriots myself, and I'm going to be submitting like the top 3 kickers at the end of the season. Like, hey, bring them in. Bring them in for a kicking competition. Let's see how they look in the preseason and stuff like that. I'm like, what kind of a football are they using, first of all, here for them to be able to convert like this? But this is just flat out impressive. Flat out impressive. It's like we made a whole bunch of Justin Tucker clones out here. Mike says they juicing. And again, we're at the commercial here. And so 5 plays, 6 yards, 2 minutes and 8 seconds in terms of time possession. All right, let's see. Dave says some great punters also. And so, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Whether we're talking field goal kickers, whether we're talking punters. Punters don't get a lot of love. You know, punters don't get a lot of love, and it's a shame. It's a shame. They don't get as much love because typically if your punter's out there, that means you're probably frustrated that your offense didn't move the ball. Now, if you're the defense, then yeah, you like to see the other team's punter. But you're right. Punters, extremely important, underrated, don't get enough attention. Let's see, RC says, JB, the thing that's somewhat satisfying to me is nobody in my family believed I could make a little noise of any kind talking women's hoops. Literally, they don't believe in me. I do it anyways. And so, yeah, it all comes down to just getting started. That's how it is. that's how it is, you know, like just getting started and just taking one step at a time. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, and that's what I think I did right when I started my channel. Was even though I didn't know everything, I did watch some videos, I downloaded videos, did a little bit of research, but eventually I said, only way I'm going to learn, I just got to go ahead and do it, and that's what I did. Because there's a lot that you got to think about. It's like, man, what happens if I start and I fail? You know, like especially if you're starting and then the only people that's watching are like close family and friends and stuff like that. It's like, man, I really wish that I had a lot more people watching and stuff like that. But in time, it will come. You keep doing the process right. In time, it will come. It's the power of social media right there. All right, so the DC defenders are getting ready to kick the ball off. Let's see. RC says, JB, do you remember last year I started a Colorado Buffs channel, but I canceled it after a few weeks because I didn't feel my passion was where it needed to be. Plus, I didn't want to be a wave rider. And so, hey, that's honestly how it, you know, honestly, I understand that. I understand that. And so, but yes, I had forgotten about that. I had forgotten about that, honestly. But yes, now that you mentioned it. When I first started, I did have consideration like, did I want to do a pure Patriot channel? I chose all NFL teams because I figured, greater chance to interact and just talk sports and stuff like that. But I did consider at one point or the other, I think the Patriots was like second for me, but I thought about doing a pure Ohio State one as well. All right, meanwhile, gives the ball to the back, gets back to the line of scrimmage there, no gain on the play. That was Smith on the carry. So far in this one, Smith, he's got 8 carries for 33 yards. I'm sorry, 7 carries here for 23 yards. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun from their own 20. Gets it, feeds it to the back again. Spins away from someone. Excellent job there. Got that first down. What can Brown do for you? Sorry, Smith. Keep confusing Smith and Brown here. $12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. What is something that we see in the UFL that we wish that the NFL would adapt? Let me know in the comment section. If it's more than one thing that you notice, let me know that as well. But what are some things that you like about the UFL that you wish the NFL would adapt? Meanwhile, Perez up under center. Going to feed it to the back. And the back going to pick up a couple yards, but there is a penalty. So you know what that means. False start on the offense. Going to back them up 5 yards. That play does not matter. Doesn't count. All right, let's see. RC says, JB, what's the takeaway and drawbacks of having a channel that only focuses on one team or maybe 2 teams solely? And so I will say this. There is a benefit and there is a disclaimer. I'll put it like this. I remember 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, in 2022, I was live streaming a preseason game that consisted of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I forget who the Steelers were playing and stuff like that. So I had a guy came through and he liked the knowledge that I was talking about for the Pittsburgh Steelers because he totally agreed with me and stuff like that. I think I was talking about Mitchell Trubisky not being the guy and stuff like that. And he was like, this is the best Steelers channel he came across. However, and he donated a good amount. But I informed him that, hey, this is not purely a Steelers channel. I talk about every team and stuff like that. He wanted a purely Steelers channel. There are some people who want to follow purely just their team. They don't want to hear about anybody else, purely just their team. But when you focus on just one type of audience and stuff like that, then you don't really get to have that back and forth from different perspectives all the time the way that you would if you are, covering multiple teams. And then not only that, you're limited to just the team that you have. So let's just say if you focus purely on Iowa football and stuff like that, that means you're only going to be able to live stream the football games. And during football season, it's going to be great. But during the off time, there's going to be a lot of downtime and stuff like that. Whereas if you have multiple teams and stuff like that, multiple sports even, then you can, cover, year round and stuff like that and be consistent with it in terms of the content. Meanwhile, that pass there and complete it for a first down there. Now we do see that Perez is limping a little bit. If you notice, he is limping a little bit. And that was Bonds with the catch again. I mean, who else? Because Bonds is doing work. Bonds has 8 catches, 86 yards. I'd be throwing it to him myself, to be honest. Excellent job. Now we got a first down. They feed it to the back here. Excellent job there by Smith. Going to pick up 9 yards on the play. Second down coming up. Again, third quarter, 9 minutes and 25 seconds. Let's see, RC says, yeah, JB, because I made a South Carolina championship celebration video and people came out the grounds for South Carolina. He said, I don't mind talking South Carolina, but not every video and stream. And so, yes. Yes. Now, I have seen, I feel like some of the best ways is if you have one team maybe for each category that you covered, if you're not covering every team. Because I remember there was one guy that I was watching, he covered the Lakers, then he covered an NFL team, covered a college team, and stuff like that. But then you run the risk, somebody might be a Laker fan, but they may not like the other teams that you like. So it's a lot of things to consider, All right, so I see a flag here. It's never a good sign. Looks like defensive pass interference. Going to get the offense with a first down. We are how far away from Christmas, and we're already gifting people. All right, so now we got a 1st and 10 situation here. Defense showing pressure. Tight end goes in motion. Snaps it. Looking. Oh, my goodness. He lost the ball, but he got it back. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a disaster. I think for me, the only thing was I was highly concerned about, hey, if I post too much gaming channels, like too much gaming content, am I going to lose audience that way? Because they're here, for obviously the sport talk and stuff like that. But then I started to realize that, hey, if they really, support you, they'll support you regardless of, what you're going after. Because people are going to evolve, they evolve. Some of the YouTubers that I like to watch for like comedy skits and stuff like that, their content changes. And because I support them, oh man, wide open again. Of all people, you're going to leave him wide open again? Oh my goodness. Bonds, over 100 yards. How do you leave him open? What's going on? Whoa. Wow. I'm just shocked that DC would leave him all by himself like that. Of all guys who's been hurting you today. Wow. Again, third quarter, 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Looking, throws it up there, incomplete. Heck, I would have thrown it too. The way he's been catching, I would have thrown it up there too. Just get the ball in his area. And typically, more times than not, he's coming down with that. But that time, Baker said, nah, you're not about to bake me in the secondary. No way. Let's see. RC says, JB, I think in this, I'm 30 seconds ahead of you. Oh, man. I think YouTube shows me a lot slower than when I'm actually saying it, perhaps. Because when I look at my phone, I can see that I'm behind on my YouTube where I am actually when I'm talking. Meanwhile, hands it to the back, who spins away from the first guy and picks up about 5 yards down the carry. Now, JB will double check to make sure that I am not just completely behind here. All right, Perez throws it. Oh, incomplete. Oh, son, what are you doing? Getting all beat up there. Meanwhile, Perez got hit again. And that's something that we're going to continue to monitor there because don't want your quarterback to continue to get beat up. Let's see, RC says, nowadays, I'm really careful who I support in Cash App, Super Chat, support on YouTube. I remember when I started this Women's Hoops channel, a few people I rocked with blocked me. They were fake people. What? They for no reason? Are you kidding me? Wow. Meanwhile, 36-yard field goal attempt is good. Oh, man, when I first started, I shouldn't say when I first started, but when I really started gaining momentum. So when I was at the same point where you're at right now, RC, about, over that 500, because I had to get to 1,000 and stuff like that. There was another YouTuber, the Sports Blitz and stuff like that, where we started doing a couple collabs and stuff like that. I realized quickly though that I was better off just doing my own live streams solo because of the fact that I go into the comments, I do the play-by-play. We tried going back and forth and stuff like that, but it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there in terms of like the two of us being able to do that. And then what got me, we were streaming his Carolina Panthers. I remember that one game. And Mike, you might remember this, Mike. But we were streaming that one game that the Carolina Panthers lost to the Houston Texans, who was led by Davis. I think they either lost or Christian McCaffrey got hurt. He did not want to continue the stream. He wanted to end the live stream. And I was like, bro, like, we got to commit to the end. We got to see it through and stuff like that. But he was not happy about his team. So at that point, it was like, all right, I got it. Let's see. RC says, JB, I won't drop any spoilers in the chat at all. Besides, I got to get ready to order pizza. Pizza sounds good. Hearing RC ordering pizza, JB might do the same. JB might just do the same today. That's not a bad idea. I'll wait till the fourth quarter, though. I feel like when I first started, really getting over 1,000 subscribers, I would always be talking about Bojangles. That was a well-known thing that Bojangles was something that I always was ordering back then. I haven't had Bojangles in a minute though, but back then it was like every Saturday, just about. Let's see. RC says, "Yep, a Bears fan and a Lakers fan just blocked you as soon as you change your name from RC Talks Basketball to more specifically RC and Aces, Hawkeyes, and okay, I got you. But you said maybe they hate women's hoops. I don't know, and so it could be. But you know what? You're better off without it. If you lose two people and stuff like that, and then you gain 200 people, 2,000 people eventually, and all like that, you won't even remember it. You won't even remember. I guess the most annoying part and all like that was when I used to get people that would come in and be like, "Why aren't you live streaming? Like, why aren't you showing the game? We don't want to see you talk about the game. Why aren't you showing the game?" And I'm like, well, YouTube does have restrictions, and besides, even without the point, like I want to provide some type of value and stuff like that. If people are gonna, tune in, I don't want to just only show the game and stuff like that. Like it would be nice if I could show it and still do my own play-by-play, but I got to provide some value here. But we got ourselves the game here. Arlington's up 17-12, third quarter, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. That last drive was 12 plays, 64 yards, over 7 minutes off the clock. They are doing a tremendous job in terms of time of possession. They almost have the ball 3 times as long as the DC defenders' back ball. But the score is still 1 possession. I say all that in DC. If they scored on this drive, come on. You're starting off muffing the return here. Gets brought down at about the 24-yard line. Let's see, RC says, I heard of Bojangles, but I don't think we have them in Illinois. Really? I did not know that. He said, where are they located in the South? And so, yeah, absolutely. Like, shoot, I've had it in Georgia. Heck, I've had it in Texas. And so, yeah, Bojangles has been a staple, but especially in Georgia, like that's a staple. So, man. Speaking of which, that reminds me, Chicago. That reminds me of my boy Azashak. I gotta check and see if he's doing anything on YouTube right now. But I know that he's a Fighting Illini fan, and so Let's see, 1st and 10, pump fakes. Jordan throws it, gets the completion, and a first down. Takes it all the way to about the 41-yard line. So the DC defenders convert on a nice pass over the middle. Doing what it takes to move the chains. That's what it comes down to. Because I'll never forget that game where I streamed where the Fighting Illini and Penn State, the Lions, they went to like 9 overtimes in that game. It was insane. I ended up choosing that stream as a replacement stream because the original stream that I had chose that day, it was like not accessible to a lot of people to be able to actually watch the game. And so I went ahead and chose a game that was like, okay. I didn't think it was going to be close. I was just hoping that it would be decent. But then we got like a defensive game. And then the Fighting Illini tied it up. Then they went to overtime, but nobody would win it. And it was just insane. I thought that game would never. And I was one of the few people that actually streamed that game. All right, 2nd and 10. Jordan on the move. Jordan, look at him run. And he slides. Excellent job there. Excellent job. Jordan has been on the move. He's got 7 carries here for 47 yards so far today. And that's a freshman set of downs to work with. 4:20 to go here in 3rd. Again, DC's down 17-12. But after that big run right here, you know they are feeling that momentum. But how do you capitalize on that momentum? RC said, what did you just say? 9 overtimes? And so it was either 7 to 9, somewhere in that, 7 to 9 in that range. Pass completed there near the sideline, another first down. Yes, it was insane, RC. It was insane. You will not see another college football game like that. You'd be hard-pressed to find it. And to think that we were live streaming it together on that stream, that was incredible. Incredible. I had no idea that game was going to turn out to be that. It was just by chance that I ended up swapping to that one earlier that morning. By chance. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Throws it deep into the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. Hit the DB. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 10. Harris was the, Hermon was the intended receiver. But yeah, that was insane. All right, 2nd and 10. Here in the shotgun. Oh, wait. There is a challenge flag. Are they challenging the penalty there? I thought it could have been a penalty there, but let's just see. Yeah, just double check that. It was indeed 9 overtimes on October 23rd of 2021. Has it been that long already? 2021? Wow. Yeah, Fighting Illini won that one 20-18. I remember Chase Brown was in the backfield during that time, the Fighting Illini, the backup, like McCray, something like that. Let's see, RC says, I'm always shocked at how they can eat all of that food and never get sick. He said, definitely your mom made you reconsider being a mukbanger on YouTube back in 2019, JB. And so, bad. All right, so DC challenged that one. Now let's see. Obviously, both guys, scram for position. Is there a contact? Let me see the hand. Does he grab the hand? Yeah, that was going to be upheld. I'll tell you this though, as much as JB is sometimes behind when it comes to the streams, the few times that JB has been ahead, oh man, nobody likes it when JB is that far ahead of their own TV. So it's better when JB is a little bit behind. All right, the 2nd and 10. 3 receivers bottom of the screen, 1 receiver top of formation. Gives it to the back, behind the left guard, picks up 2 yards on the carry. 3rd and 8 coming up from the Arlington 24-yard line. Again, Arlington leads this one 17-12. DC faced with an important 3rd down here. What will they do? Let's see. RC says, JB, I don't know if it's true, but I've actually heard the quickest way to blow up on YouTube is to eat loads of food on cameras and then start talking about religion, God and Satan. So, oh man, because controversies drives like no other. I mean, aside from the fact, I guess, posting a ton of fight videos and stuff like that, that tends to get a lot of attention as well. Violence does do well here. But yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Now, people do like watching people that's just going to go out there, especially like food reviews as well. That stuff does do well. I will say this: I told some of my friends who were asking advice about YouTube. I said, if I had a talent for comedy and stuff like that, I probably would focus more on comedy as opposed to like actually comedy skits and stuff like that, as opposed to sport news. Because sport news is only good until it's after news, and then nobody cares anymore. But if you're doing comedy skits, people are always, 3, 4, 5 years from now, they can still find it funny. All right, that pass was incomplete. Let's check the replay and see if that pass into the end zone, if he happened to have his feet down. No, definitely out of bounds. Definitely out of bounds there. Great call. 2nd and 10 coming up. We got 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter, with DC trailing 17-12. Gets the snap, looking, throws it into the end zone. Ooh, was that a catch? Oh, they say it wasn't. I'm going to need to see a replay on that one there. I feel like it may have been the right call there, but it was just so close. So close. I need to see a replay. And they are calling for a replay. Meanwhile, still 15 votes here. Okay, keep the votes coming in because, hey, this game could literally go either way right now. We literally could be seconds away from, if this call gets changed, some points on the board here. Let's see the replay. So he catches it. 1 foot down. I don't know. I thought that hip, it could be the hip, could be the 2nd foot. I think, what do you guys think? You thinking touchdown? You thinking, what do you guys think? So they are checking the replay here. So we'll see how that one plays out. But so far, Jordan Teamu, 8 of 16 for 129 yards passing and a touchdown. All right, so they say call reversed. So it is a touchdown. It is indeed a touchdown. The call is reversed there. So replay got it right. Okay, bet. So how about that? That goes down as a 14-yard reception for Brandon Smith. And he knew he had caught that one. And so, all right, so they're going to go for the 2-point attempt play. Shotgun. 3 receivers bottom of the screen here. Tight end top of formation. Throws it. Incomplete. Receiver was not ready for it. Incomplete. So a 1-point lead for the DC defenders here in the 3rd quarter with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. All right, another vote came in. All right, DC Defenders leading the poll at 62%. Keep them votes coming in. And hey, we're going to see what the Arlington Renegades got in store here. Now, we will keep an eye out for Perez because I thought he was limping a little bit earlier in the game. Now, again, it didn't look bad enough to take him out. But if he continues to take a couple of hits here, we'll see if that affects his passing. But so far, they've leaned heavily on him. 18 of 30 for 196 yards and 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Can he lead them down there again for Arlington Renegades? Let's see. RC says, JB, I'm heavily considering creating an Indiana Fever women's basketball channel now for Caitlin Clark and the Fevers this season. Since you already cover Caitlin Clark and stuff like that, I would probably just adjust. Like, you can still keep it Caitlin Clark, and then you'll just be covering the Indiana Fevers in that case. Or you can maybe switch Caitlin Clark to Indiana. But I would probably just continue to merge it with your current audience and stuff like that. It's easier to grow since you've got good momentum and stuff like that. Obviously, you've got a lot of Caitlin Clark fans already on that channel. So to continue to just focus on growing that channel there, I would say it's easier to maintain, like that channel as opposed to, so many multiple different, segments and stuff like that. That's what I would say. Dave says, we got a good game brewing. And so, yes, Dave, we do. We do. Again, that drive was 9 plays, 76 yards, and 4 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock. They kicked the ball off. No return there. He wanted to, but couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. So now, Luis Perez and company. How do you respond? You just watch the DC Defenders go down there, score a touchdown, take the lead. You're trying to get your first win of the season. And they've relied so heavily on Perez here. Now, Smith, he's had 11 carries for 53 yards, responsible for 53 of their 77 yards rushing. And so let's see the path that they take here. And so they did take a look at Perez. So we'll see how that looks here. But the defense, I envision they're going to get after him because they have to find a way to slow him down. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Going to feed it to the back up the middle. And the back will pick up 5 yards on the play. Let's see. RC says, JB, you also know I cover the Las Vegas Aces and UCLA Bruins, but I definitely understand what you're saying. And so, bet. Yes. You say, I also have the perfect name for a Fever channel. Plus, I've already told a couple of people it's a possibility. Okay. I look forward to the name. Nobody comes up with names like RC does. You say the Hawkeye, post-Caitlin era, and the Aces. All right, 2nd and 5. From their own 30-yard line. 2 tight ends, bottom of the formation. Then feed it to the back again, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Clearly, they understand that they're going to have some type of balance now with how Perez is right now currently. But that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter unless they opt to run another play. But this will likely take us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the DC Defenders leading this one 18-17. But, hey, someone mentioned it earlier in the chat, just the fact, I believe it was you, Dave, just the fact that, hey, these games have been extremely close. And I love it. I absolutely love it. The quality of play has been superb. And so we've got a good one here on our hands, and 3 quarters are in the books. And so when we come back, it'll be the start of the 4th quarter, in which Arlington will be faced with a 3rd and 5 from their own 30-yard line. Let's take a look at some of the receivers so far in this one. So look, we'll start with Arlington, so they've got the football right now. So Vons, 9 catches, 109 yards receiving. Got a receiving touchdown. Longest catch, 22 yards. 13 targets today. We're talking about 9 yards in terms of yards after the catch. And so that means he's running his routes, and as soon as he gets the ball, he's already pretty deep. Then you've got Canella. He's got 3 catches for 29 yards. And this one, you've got Brown. He's got 3 catches, 13 yards. Payton's got a catch, 17 yards, and a touchdown. So both Vons and Payton, they have receiving touchdowns. Burnett's got 1 catch for 11 yards in this one. Meningo, he's got 1 catch for a yard in this one as well. Let's see, RC says, I just stepped outside. It's nice out here, JB. And so that's great. That's great. And you say, but I totally understand what you're saying, JB. I don't like, let's see, like don't burn myself out trying to talk, hitting all over the place. And so it's a lot to cover many things at once over time and stuff like that. But absolutely see what you're doing there. And hey, it's working. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's working. Absolutely. Absolutely. Meanwhile, for the DC Defenders, you've got Roland. He's got 2 catches for 36 yards and a receiving touchdown. Scott's got 2 catches for 29 yards. Harris at the backfield, 2 catches, 22 yards. Harmon, he's got a catch for 25 yards. Ellis, he's got 17 yards. Smith's got 14 yards. And not to mention a receiving touchdown here. So ball's being spread around, mostly to the backs at the backfield or either to Scott, but DC's finding their way. They're finding their way. Now you look at the leading rushers in this game. Jordan Tayamu is the leading rusher for the DC Defenders. He's got 7 carries for 47 yards. And as for the Arlington Renegades, Smith is the leading rusher. He's got 11 carries for 53 yards. Again, 19 votes right now. Absolutely love to see it. Let's see if we can get that 20th vote in there before the start of the 4th quarter, which is literally about to start now. All right, so 1 quarter remaining. Who's going to win this one? Make sure your vote count. We did get that 20th vote. JB's appreciative of that. Awesome. Awesome. So with 1 quarter left, let's see if we can get that lofty goal of getting more than, let's see, a total of 25 votes in the poll. Then it's a good number for an entire stream to exceed 25. But here we go. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 5. They snap the ball. That's going to be a penalty right there, which means we had an offensive player make a mistake there. Or is it offense? Maybe they just stopped to save the quarterback there. But it is the penalty referees are discussing. And, yep, false start. False start. Backs him up 5 yards. So false starts have been majority of the penalties in this one. And that's big. That's big. That puts you back in a 3rd and long situation. You were just looking at the 3rd and 5 situation. And so that's big. I think we all know where the ball's going to be going. It's going to be going to Bonds. I think we all know that. That would be the smart move. All right, so here we go. Shotgun. They're at their own 25-yard line. Snaps the ball, looking. Throws it short. Caught by the back. He's got some room. And he takes it almost to midfield. Excellent job on the check down. The check down to Brown. And let's see. RC says, JB, the channel is going to be called Fever Babies. Because I like the name. He said, because all the young players on the team are the best players. And so, yes, Alea, Boston, Young. Meanwhile, 1st and 10. Gonna throw it. Gonna get the completion there. And that's to Peyton there. Picks up the 1st down there on the play. Okay. So they are moving and grooving. Perez being surgical in this game here. 20 of 32 for 232 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he's got most of this 4th quarter left to go. He's put this team on his shoulder. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Play fake. Looking. Gonna throw it. Gets the completion. Fighting for extra yards. They're trying to rip the ball out, but he's trying to rip out more yards. Look at that. He says, baby, get away from me. I can't be stopped. Wow, that was a pickup of 18 yards. And that was a lot of heart on that play. That was very George Kittle-ish on that one. Let's see, RC says, but that's only if I actually decide to get the channel the green light, actually. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Quick pass. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. Tried to hit him again that time. Incomplete. Perez is just throwing dots out there. Like he is feeling it. Again, 13 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the 4th. This is very critical. The difference between a field goal and a touchdown. Obviously, you want to come away with a touchdown, but you got to make sure that you come away with some points here. This is too good a drive to not come away with any points. Got to come away with something here. Current drive, 6 plays, 59 yards, in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds to turn the time possession off the clock. Shotgun here. Snaps it. Feeds it to the back. In the back. Up the middle. Taking on contact. Look at the push. Look at the push. That's going to make it 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. When your running back runs hard like that, I feel like we got to reward him again with another carry. RC says we're definitely going down to the wire. RC says, JB, what's your favorite pizza place to eat at? For me, it's Papa John's. JB loves Papa John's. Absolutely. That is my favorite. Second would be Pizza Hut. But Papa John's isn't for me. What about you, RC? All right, so we got 3rd and 2. This time we've got Scott in there. Receiver goes in motion. Fakes it to him. Scott's going to keep it. Scott, he's going to make it do what it do and get it to the end zone. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. He's like, how do you like me now? 13 yards into the end zone. And I envision here in the 4th, if their defense can make a couple plays, we'll see a lot more of Scott. Wow. What a game. What a game. Both teams are hitting strides now. It's going back and forth here. Got you on the edge of your seat here, but excellent job there that time using the right guard and right tackle to pull and create that hole. And Scott, he was going to make it do what it do. Dave says, what a drive. What a drive. Yes, what a drive. Now we got the 2-point play coming up here. Gets a snap. Perez throws it. Excellent job. He got it there for the catch. Give them 2 points. So now they're up by 7 points. 25-18. Who wants it more? Who's going to win this game? This is a battle. Nobody wants to be in last place and stuff like that on that side. So this is big. This is big. RC says, I'm in the land of pizza, my man. You say hello to this. Oh, man. Nice, 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 nice. You said you like them and also Papa John's. And what is this? Bet, bet, bet. Excellent drive. Excellent drive. So it's going to come down to which defense is going to step up here and make some plays. Because these offenses, they are moving. So what defense is going to step up here and make a play? We are currently right now at the commercial. Again, that drive, scoring drive, 8 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes and 51 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. Wow. What a play. And you look at the total yards in this game for the Arlington Renegades, 359 total yards in this one, 256 of those through the air passing. Very impressive. I think their math is a little bit off here. It looks more like 261 passing. And of course, JB's next stream tomorrow. I do one on Saturday, one on Sunday for right now during the UFL season. And that is going to be the Battlehawks versus the Brahmas. That's going to be the game that I will be streaming tomorrow. So make sure if you have an opportunity to come through for that, that'll be great as well. But that will be JB's next stream tomorrow. And again, we are at the commercial, so perfect time if you have not already cast your vote to go ahead and cast your vote and let JB Nation know where you stand. We've got that 21st vote in there. Appreciate that. Let's see. Dave says, let's see if DC can answer. And so let us see. Let us see. Let's see. RC says JB next stream is in 2028. And so, oh man, JB would be down bad if that's the case. That's a far projection right there, my man RC. That is not the case. But yes, what a game. 7 points in favor of Arlington right now. But DC, Jordan Teamu, he's got 2 touchdown passes himself. 9 of 16 for 143 yards. And he's also got 47 yards rushing. So he is making it do what it do out there. And he is responsible for a great majority of their yards there. He's got 190 yards so far in this one. And they need him to be clutch in this fourth quarter. And this is where a guy like Jordan Teamu, you want to see him finish strong. You cannot go out there, especially if they get pressure in his face, and turn the ball over. You got to continue to go out there and be mistake-free. Both quarterbacks have not thrown an interception so far in this one, although Perez did throw up one that should have been picked. But the DB didn't do it. DB has to do his job, so no turnover so far in this one by means of an interception. And so we'll see how this one plays out the rest of the way. So this is what you like, a nice, clean game, back and forth. Kickoff now on the way. Gets it from his own 6-yard line. He's running at the 20, cuts back up and takes it to the 28-yard line. And that's where the DC defenders, who are down 25-18, find themselves here in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Jordan Teamu is going to have to carry his team here. And let's see what they ought to do. RC says you want overtime. Hey, if we get overtime, JB will be happy about that. JB will be happy. I don't think I've seen, or I don't think I have streamed, I should say, in overtime for whether it's the UFL, XFL, USFL. I don't think I streamed in overtime for one of those. Meanwhile, they feed it to the back. Harris is going to pick up a couple yards here, maybe about 2. So that's Higgins. Going to make it 2nd and 8, under 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. All right. So DC, different quarterback in. Throws it, incomplete. Third down coming up, 3rd and 8. Unless my eyes are tripping. I thought, my bad, I'm tripping. I thought it was a different quarterback. Let's see, RC says, JB, I can either, let's see, my sync time clocks up to yours or keep quiet. I think I'm 1 play ahead. So I don't too much mind. Either way is good with me. But here we go, 3rd and 8. Fourth quarter with 11 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Gets the snap. They're sending pressure. Jordan on the move. Tried to run up the middle, which has worked so many times. But that time, number 90 says, look, we're not going to let you keep spamming that move. We're going to stop it. He says, that's how you stop it. Big time play by Redmond. That's a huge play. Because if he doesn't make that play, that's a first down. RC says he's got coupons with Papa John's. So you think you'll get Papa John's? And so bet. That sounds great. But that's going to bring up a 4th down there. So unable to get it. So now you're going to have to depend on your defense to make a play. Now Brooks punts the ball. And the punt's still going to about the 20. Again, that was Brooks there on the punt. And so Arlington will take over from their own 20. All right, so DC was unable to answer that time, but now Arlington, they've had a couple of times where they've gone on some long drives. They are dominating the time of possession so far in this game. They've had the football for just under 33 minutes. And so they are capable of putting together a 6, 7, maybe even 8-minute drive and stuff like that. So the DC defenders, they're going to have to live up to their name here. They're going to have to defend. They're going to have to defend. And so Dave says thumbs up. And so, yeah, I remembered that time, Dave. I remembered that time. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have not had the chance to say Arlington's punter at all just because they haven't pumped the ball, I don't think. Not since that, but anyways. So here we go. Arlington, this is an opportunity where you know that you want to score, but you also are thinking about taking off a good chunk of that clock as well. You want to score and have one of those 5+ minute drives in the process if possible. All right, let's see what they do when we get back from the commercial again. Perez, 21 of 34 for 250 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So he has been on it today. And there's still more room to work. Meanwhile, on the ground for Arlington, Smith has 11 carries for 53 yards. Brown, 6 attempts for 30 yards. Scott, he ran the ball 3 times for 20 yards, including that touchdown of 13 yards. Hunter, 2 attempts, 9 yards. Meningo, he lost 9 yards in his first attempt, which was the second play of the game, I believe. All right, fourth quarter, 10 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in this one. Let's see how this one plays out. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back from their own 21-yard line. Gets the snap, quick pass, caught by the receiver, and the receiver. Look at him go. Look at him still going. Takes it all the way to almost the 40-yard line. Man, what a play. What a play. And let's see which receiver. That was Meningo. Meningo with the catch there. Okay. So big time play, first down. Again, that was a gain of 18 yards on the play. Way to get him involved. All right, shotgun formation here. 3 receivers on the play. Snaps it, feeds it to the back, and the back running hard here, picks up about 3 yards on the carry. All right, and that was Smith on the carry. Again, Smith is 12 carries for 56 yards so far in this one. 9 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7. How would they go about this? Up by 1 touchdown here. And Perez has just been so fantastic. You got to keep letting him do what he do, but at the same time, mix in some running plays as well. Shotgun again. 2 receivers top of the screen, 1 receiver bottom of the screen. Looking to throw. Gets the completion. And I believe that's Peyton with the catch, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, that's Winstead. That's Winstead with the catch. He picks up 12 yards on the play. Okay. Getting everybody involved here. Because those 2 guys prior both had just 1 catch each. And now they're getting those guys involved as well. And taking as much time as they can off the clock in the process. Under 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Fresh new set of downs to work with. 3 receivers top of the screen here. Tight end, bottom of the formation. They snap the ball. Feeds it to the back, and the back up the middle. Picks up 5 yards on the carry, and that is Smith again on the carry. RC says, JB, you think Clark can win Rookie of the Year? Even she may have an adaptation period to the I feel like yes. I feel like yes. Absolutely. From what we've seen from her, absolutely. She'll have every opportunity to get that. Now, obviously, we'll see how the season plays out, you know, who ends up where and stuff like that, and then opportunities given to them. But certainly, if we're talking pre-draft, absolutely. All right, here we go, 2nd and 4. Two receivers on the play, multiple tight ends, one back, feeds it to the back, and the back up the middle. Picks up 2 yards on the play. So now we're going to be looking at about a 3rd and 3 from the DC 39-yard line. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the 4th. This defense has been on the field a ton today. So I know they've got to be tired. Again, we've got 22 votes in. Keep the votes coming in. All right, so very pivotal right now, 3rd and 3. Snaps the ball, looking, throws one up there, incomplete. Incomplete. That time, tried to find his receiver there on the deep route, incomplete. 4th down coming up. Peyton was the intended receiver. So now 4th down coming up. So the DC defenders there, stop them on 3rd down. Now from the DC 39-yard line, again, under 7 minutes to go. Renegades are going to call a timeout right now. They're going to call a timeout. Now, we have seen some amazing things from kickers, punters, all that stuff. But thanks to the timeout, we're currently right now at the commercial. That was the first timeout by Arlington. Both teams have 2 timeouts the rest of the way here in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go. All right, so here we go. So they're going to opt to go for it here on 4th down. Okay. Okay, that's a bold move here. Okay. 4th and 3. Let's see what happens. Burnett goes in motion. They snap the ball. They're looking. They throw it to him. And is he able? Nope. Incomplete. 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 Looks like the first time he dropped it, but then he looked like he might have caught it on the 2nd attempt. However, I could not see the feet to see whether or not he actually had possession and in bounds. Let's see if this replay will guide us. Tips it to himself, made the catch. Need to see the replay one more time from a better angle to see if he got both feet in. He got 1 feet in, but did he get both? 6 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the 4th. Yeah, show me that replay one more time. So he tips it, gets possession, 1 foot out of bounds. All right, I'm convinced, out of bounds. Got another vote in the poll. Okay, bet, keep them coming. Keep them coming because Jordan Teamu and company, you have an opportunity right now, down 7 points. What are you going to do? Jordan is 9 of 17, 143 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, and he's also got 8 carries for 48 yards. Let's see what Jordan does here. 1st and 10. Jordan going deep. And, incomplete. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Oh, man, Jordan. That was a nice throw there. That was a nice throw there. But there is a penalty. Let's see what the referees come up with here. All right, so there is. Ooh, is that a challenge? All right, so they're going to be heading to the replay here. So Arlington won. They went ahead and challenged it. So I guess. All right, so I'm looking to see. Meanwhile, now's a good chance to say it with your chest in the chat. Who's going to win this one? Again, if you've already cast your vote, excellent time to go to the chat. If you haven't cast your vote, go ahead and cast your vote. If you want to comment it as well. But who we got winning this one? And if anybody's familiar with the overtime rules, if it were to go to overtime, let me know that as well. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Snaps it. Oh, and the back goes down immediately there. Immediately there. Going to lose some yards on that carry. And so that was Harris on the carry. Lost 2 yards there. So far today, Harris, he's got 5 carries for 11 yards. All right, 2nd and 12. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Snaps it, fakes it to the back, pressures in his face. Going to end up just throwing that one away. Had no choice but to throw that one away. Pressure just got there way too fast. 3rd and 12 coming up. All right, so we got 3rd and 12 here, shotgun formation. Ball right now at the 48-yard line of Arlington. They snap the ball, throws it up there deep, and it's incomplete. 4th down coming up. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter, and that's very important. It's very important. Now, DC's got 2 timeouts, obviously. He had a chance to make that catch. That's all you can ask for is you got a chance with Roland, unable to make that completion there. And so now 4th and 12. They're going to go ahead and opt to go for it here. Or at least lined up to. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snaps it. Jordan, got to make a play. Jordan throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. So here in the 4th, with 5 minutes to go, with Arlington already leading this one 25-18. Now we know we've seen crazy endings and stuff like that. So JB will not say anything, but Arlington understands the opportunity that's in front of him right now. All right, so here we go. Snaps out of the shotgun. Get it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7 coming up, and that was Brown on the carry. Again, fourth quarter with about 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. All right, Pat Perez up under center, feeds it to the back, and the back off the left side. Picks up another 3 yards. So now we're looking at 3rd and 4 right now from the DC 46-yard line. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. So if you're DC, you got to come up with everything here to get the stop if you're rooting for DC and stuff like that. If you're rooting for Arlington, you know what a first down can mean. Now the chat says that DC is going to win, so the chat's anticipating that DC is going to find a way to make a play here. But Arlington's like, hey, we want to win a game. Snaps it. Throws it. Complete it. Excellent job. Textbook. That's how you do it. And a first down. This time Burnett does make the play. So excellent job there getting that first down. Picked up 10 yards on the play. He's got 2 catches for 21 yards today. All right, 3:05 left to go here in the fourth. And they feed it to the back. Oh, he is met. He is met, and he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. So we got 2nd and 11 coming up. And again, they just want to continue to take time off that clock. If you're Arlington, that is what's important for you right now, is taking time off the clock, getting first downs here. Now, DC, they've got 1 timeout remaining. Maybe it's a good time to bring in Scott. Let him make it do what it do. All right, so 2nd and 11. Snaps it, feeds it to the back, and the back, oh, look at him. Nice pickup there, takes it to the 30. Okay. Brown with a good carry, much needed there for them. Picked up 6 yards on the play. Now they're looking at 3rd and 5 here. Defenders call a timeout. So this is a big 3rd down here. If you can get a first down here, oh my goodness. So timeout call. DC defenders have no more timeouts remaining. All right, we got 24 votes here, so we almost hit that 25 mark that I mentioned earlier here. And so right now, let's see how this one plays out. 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go. 3rd and 5 right now. DC, this is basically, you got to get this stop here. You got to get this stop here. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 5. Shotgun. Snaps it. Looking. Throws it. Short. Oh, the back dropped it. Oh, Brown. Brown, Brown, Brown. All right, so 4th and 5. All right, looks like they're going to go ahead and line up for the field goal attempt here. And the 49-yard field goal attempt is good. It is good. Wow, wow. Just wow. Like they continuously connect on these long field goals like it's nothing out there. I am impressed. It's going to make JB go out there and try to connect with some long field goals at this point. But that's Rosalino there with the 49-yard field goal attempt that converted, which makes this score 28-18. So now a 10-point lead for Arlington, but now DC. You got to make a play here. If not now, then literally never. Got your work cut out for you, but we've seen crazy things happen. We've seen crazy things happen. Heck, we've seen it this year. Again, that was 7 plays, 20 yards, 2 minutes and 53 seconds off the clock. Let's see, Joe says, I was trying to find what channel the game was on, but can't. And so, man, hate to hear that at the end here and stuff, because I'm watching it through YouTube TV, so it looks like ESPN. Yeah, ESPN. All right, let's see. Up, the ball falls over because, again, there was a lot of wind throughout today as well. Although the way Perez was throwing the ball, you would not have known it. Would not have known it. All right, let's see the return here. At the 20, the 30. Oh, still running 40. Someone's got to get him. Anybody. Brings it down to the 35-yard line. Wow, what a return. What a return. I thought he was about to take it all the way for a second. But Roland, excellent return there. So now that puts a little bit of pressure right there on the defense. Got to go out there and defend that short field. All right, it's going to take us to the commercial here. All right, so here we go, 4th quarter, of course. 2-minute warning right now with Arlington up 28-18. Now, we saw the excellent return by the DC defenders, and that does help a lot to start off at the 35-yard line. And if they can find a way to score, obviously we know that they'll get a chance at that 4th and 12 play. So they are still very much with an opportunity to make this happen. So we'll see what happens. As Dave alludes to, yeah, DC is still in this game, still very much in this game, especially having such great field position. We've seen Jordan throw it. We've seen him run it. Jordan's got to find a way to get into an end zone here. And then after that, converting the 4th and 12 play. And then, hey, we'll see how that plays out. But certainly they are very much still in this. And again, we are at the commercial. But comparing both quarterbacks, you know, Perez, 24 of 40 for 290 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jordan Ta'amu, 9 of 20 for 143 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also, 8 attempts for 48 yards on the ground to complement that. Team yardage-wise, the Renegades have 419 yards as a team. DC Defenders have 193 yards. All right, so here we go. Getting back to the action here. All right, so here we go. Shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. Snaps it. Fakes it to the back. Looking in the pocket. Throws it. And it's incomplete. DB had a chance to pick that one up. It was incomplete. Rolling to the intended receiver. All right, so here we go. 5 wide. Jordan throws it. Incomplete again. See, the referees are discussing here. And so, roughing the passer. That's an automatic first down. How do you give someone a first down in this situation? Come on now. Show me a replay. What happened? Show me a replay here. Oh my goodness. That's a huge penalty right there. You're out here trying to close the game. Wait, what? Come on, y'all gotta show me a better angle than this. Show me a better angle than this. Because what I just saw on first glance, y'all cannot tell me that is roughing the passer. Come on now. Show me a better replay than that. Harris goes in motion. Jordan's going to run it. Jordan slides. Picked up 5 yards off the left guard before sliding. All right, here we go. Shotgun 3 receivers on the play. Receiver goes in motion. Feeds it to the back, and the back, he's going to be about a yard shy of that first down marker. 3rd and 1 coming up. Gave it to Harris on the carry. Let's see. RC says, JB, you missed the NFL? I do, although the NFL was very long for me last year as a Patriot fan, to be honest. But I do. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. Oh, man, what a nice carry that was that time. And now he's going to be 1 yard shy of the end zone. So that time they decided to put their faith in Harris. Up. And so referee's going to stop the play here. Yep, on the defense there. Not that it matters at this point, but encroachment. All right, so first step, you get the touchdown. Then you get the 4th and 12, then you go from there. So DC right now, still very much, and they get the touchdown. That's a touchdown. Wow. So they get the touchdown. It's Harris on the carry there for the DC defenders, and so they get their touchdown. Okay. Cameron Harris coming up huge there to close the drive. And wait a minute here. What's going on here? I could do without all of these game stoppages towards the end here. So let's let the guys play. We've had enough game stops already. Let's see, Dave says, that roughing the passer against Arlington was huge. And so, yeah, Dave, I mean, that was huge there. I mean, I wanted to see another replay there because I couldn't believe what I saw on the first glance and stuff like that. But that was huge. And not only that, the kick return just giving a great field position as well made it easy as well. But now, the 2-point play. Jordan on the move. Jordan keeps it himself. Jordan gets the 2 points. The ball did come out, but after he had already crossed the goal line there, so 2-point play is good. And now that puts a lot of pressure. Defense got to find a way on this 4th down play to stop him. Yeah, he's already crossed the line, already down, doesn't matter. They got it. Let's see, RC says, JB, uh-oh, I see fouls. He said flies outside, not good. So, oh, man, run. Run. Again, 48 seconds remaining. If DC is unable to convert in the 4th and 12th play, obviously that's game. And so, but 2-point play is good. So, this is interesting. All right, so let's see. What does DC draw up here? And I would not be surprised if Jordan decides to take off running if he sees a hole big enough. So first glance, they might look towards rolling. That probably be that first glance. And then if he sees an opportunity and he thinks he can get there, by all means. But let's see what the defense does here. Cannot do any stupid penalties. Nothing like that. Cannot do that. All right, here we go. The 4th and 12th play. Gets the snap. Jordan throws it. Gets the completion. Gets the completion. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Wow. And that was Scott, a pickup of 19 yards. Just like that, the tables have turned. Ooh, what a completion. DB thought he was going to get a pick. Woo, not today. Missed it. 26 yards away from the end zone there, so from the 26-yard line of Arlington. Oh, my goodness. Now, they don't have any timeouts, but it doesn't matter at this point. All they need is a field goal to win. So, wow. Wow, guys. Wow. Snaps it, feeds it to the back. Looks like Harris up the middle picks up a yard on the carry. They're definitely thinking about that field goal unit. And they want to leave absolutely no time on the clock, if possible, for Arlington. All right, he clocks it. Leaving about 5 seconds on the clock. Okay. Well, this is gonna come down here to this field goal, in which we've seen kickers look very, Very good here. Just wow. That's why in this league, nobody's really ever out of it and stuff like that. Just another example here today. But gotta love these close games. Gotta love these close games. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Can McCrane come through? All right, so delay the game. 5-yard penalty. Going to back him up 5 yards. But the way that these kickers are kicking, doesn't matter. But what does matter is that it's just 4 seconds here, so you don't give. This will be crushing. This would be heart crushing for the Arlington Renegades to lose yet another game after a brilliant performance. You have 419 yards offensively, total yards, and held your opponent to 259. And you did just about everything you're supposed to do, especially if you're Perez. 24 of 40 for 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. What more could you ask of him? But now, Jordan Taylor and company, they have an opportunity here to squeak out this one if this field goal is good. Got to make sure that there's no penalties that's going to give anybody any type of extra yardage here. Make sure it's clean, snap good, hold good, kick good. There's a lot of time right now to overthink things, and so just got to be clutch. Just got to be clutch. RC says, JB, my Phillies are about to play the Pirates, and so bet. All right, here we go. We've seen them connect on multiple field goals already. No problem. And if he converts here, they win. Let's see. Hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. And that's game. DC defenders. They win this one 29-28 in a close game. Arlington unable to find themselves in the W category once again in heartbreaking fashion to lose in this manner and to drop to 0-3. I feel for these guys because they have a good team. Perez played great. So did Bonds. Bonds had 9 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. They played great, but DC made the plays when it mattered in the clutch. At the end of the game, Arlington's defense basically let them down, and that is why DC will come out victorious, and Jordan Taylor will get credited for this W. Wow, RC says this would be the perfect day to catch a baseball game in person. Dave says, wow, what a game. We're just in shock here as the field goal connected with ease. With ease down the middle. Wow. What a game, guys. What a game. Wow, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. We finished it with 26 votes. Our poll was correct. The entire time, our poll never wavered in their faith in the DC defenders and stuff like that. But they won it 29-28. RC says DC, and the DC stands for definitely came back. Are definitely coming back. Absolutely. Big time. Big time. Wow. Gotta love the UFL, man. Gotta love it. And again, JB will be back tomorrow to stream tomorrow. So looking forward to that matchup between the Battlehawks and the Brahmas tomorrow. That's when JB will be back. But JB's going to go ahead and get ready to end this stream here. Thank you guys so much for coming through and joining me. It's been great. We were given a game today. What a game it was. But yes, make sure that, if you want to keep updated with what JB's got going on, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you're not already. So therefore, you will be updated when JB does post those streams and stuff like that. But what a great game. Congratulations to the DC Defenders. They will advance to 2-1, which is huge for them.